welcome to Tuesday. It is a fine Tuesday here in New England. It's sunny out, and usually in the fall that's like a trick. You know, you look out the window, it's nice and sunny, and then you get out there and it's 35 degrees out. But fortunately for us today, we're gonna get 65 degrees in November. Nice. But welcome to Graphic Disarray. I am greeting you from the fireside. So having a little fireside chat now that it's autumn. And I get cold real easy. So I like this place. You know, this gets me nice and warm. And part of the reason I get cold so easy is that I have a condition called metastatic papillary thyroid carcinoma. Now, for those of you that know me well, closely, you already know this. I have posted about it before, but you know, it's not something I scream from the rooftops or anything. So I've been dealing with this for just over a year now. So today I think I'm gonna just talk through that, tell you a little bit about my experiences with it, and you know, how it all started. So this would have been August of 2020. I was on the back deck playing cards with my beautiful wife, as we always like to do on summer nights. And she looks across the table at me and says, "What's that on your neck?" And I'm like, And I come into the bathroom and look in the mirror, and sure enough, there's something there. Round something. Felt like the side of a golf ball almost. So, you know, my instant reaction is, that's not supposed to be there. So I go to my doctor, my regular physician, and after a couple of ultrasounds and you know, other checks, he kind of says, "I don't know." So he refers me to an ear, nose, and throat specialist, specific to you know, cancer and things of that nature. So I go to see this specialist, and you know, first thing when I meet him is, "Look, doc, be honest with me. Tell me what you really think. You know, don't try and guard my feelings. I just want to know." So from there, he basically looked at me, looked at the mass, and said, you know, based on its location and everything, I would bet that it's papillary thyroid carcinoma. What? I didn't mean to be that honest, but at any rate, he didn't like the look of it. He did a few tests and sent me for a few ultrasounds and, you know, needle biopsy, and they drew some fluid from this mass. And came back negative, no cancer. Great. That was close. But nonetheless, he doesn't like the look of it, and he wants it out, like, immediately. So he schedules a surgery for me 2 weeks later. So now we're into October of 2020. And he has the mass removed, and they decide to biopsy it right in the lab at Hartford Hospital. And it's positive. So his intuition was correct. Wasn't great news to hear, but it was positive. So his gut worked in my favor, thankfully. But they took it out, and then upon further investigation after that surgery, found a 7mm tumor in my actual thyroid gland. Now, they knew this was thyroid cancer from the biopsy because of the types of cells that are, you know, growing off site here. And it's referred to as metastatic papillary thyroid carcinoma because they could tell by those cells that it was originated in the thyroid. So next step was take the thyroid out. So on November 2nd, a little over a year ago, they removed my entire thyroid gland. Now, the thyroid gland is a butterfly-shaped gland that sits right here on your neck inside. And it controls a lot of different things, more than you'd even believe. But mine had to go because it would kill me if it stayed there. So November 2nd, I get my thyroid out. Fairly quick surgery, a few hours. and a scar on my neck right about here. You might be able to see right there. Good surgeon. But they take that out, and now I don't have a thyroid gland. So over the next 2 weeks, the levels of the thyroid hormones and everything start dropping off and dropping off and dropping off, and I start getting all these crazy symptoms. My blood pressure's all over the place. I'm getting heart palpitations. My calcium's very low. Just all kinds of random stuff. Okay. One other symptom is I get very cold very easily because thyroid helps regulate body temperature, blood pressure, metabolism. So as I'm leaving that surgery and finding all this out and going through these, start of these symptoms a couple weeks later, I get something scheduled in January of 2021, earlier this year, which is a thyroid ablation. Now, this is kind of a cleanup process after you've had your thyroid out. They send you to nuclear medicine in the hospital, and they make you take this pill that is radioactive iodine. So from the end of my surgery until January, I had to watch what I ate, no high iodine foods, and what they're trying to do is get my TSH to spike. Now that is the thyroid sending hormone sent by the pituitary gland that tells the thyroid, do your thing. And by making the TSH spike, they can basically get all of the remaining thyroid cells to kind of show themselves. And then they feed them radioactive iodine. So in January, I go and I get this radioactive iodine treatment from a doctor who's like in a lead suit. And he won't even touch this thing. It's in a metal box. In the metal box is a metal bottle. And the metal bottle is a regular prescription bottle with one blue pill in it that looks like something out of the Matrix. And in his little lead suit, he looks at you, hands you a cup with the pill in it, and says, hey, eat this. Which, yeah, so I swallow that, makes your insides glow. Essentially, they put me on a scan and they try and see if any of these, any concentrations in the body of this dye, of this glowing substance, and that would show them that, hey, there's more thyroid cells here you need to worry about. But after that scan, there was nothing to worry about. So in my head, I'm thinking, oh, I'm cancer-free. But at this stage, they're not saying that. So I get into May earlier this year, and they do a scan, full body scan on me, and notice after an ultrasound as well, that there is a mass in my neck again. So I don't know to this day, as I sit here, if that is cancer or not. It's too small and too out of the way to biopsy, and all I can do is wait. So that's, currently sitting in the center of my brain somewhere, that I probably still have cancer. But there's one thing I learned from having cancer. It's that you need to appreciate life big time, every moment. Because this came out of absolutely nowhere. I mean, the way I found out to the way that everything went, I got so lucky. It's no picnic, don't get me wrong, but it could have been so much worse. There are people with cancer that suffer just constantly. This is a metastatic disease, so I do have to worry about it coming back. But I tell you what, it's not in the front of my brain. I can't live like that. So I push it back and I try and live my life the best way I know how. I have a lot that I want to do here still. I'm not ready to give up, and I'm not ready to get lost in that pity party. So until next time, people, I hope I was able to educate you a little bit. So keep your head up, keep your feet on the ground. Remember, you're not in this rat race alone, because I'm right there with you.